Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the gold medal match between Brazil and Australia. Now let's meet the players from Brazil wearing the blue caps. 1, Vinícius Antonelli. 2, Jonas Corello. 3, Guilherme Gomes. 4, Ruda Franco. 5, Paulo Salemi. 6, Bernardo Gomes. 7, Pedro Delgado. 8, Felipe Silva. 9, Bernardo Rocha. 10, Felipe Peroni. 11, Gustavo Guimarães. 12, Danilo Correa. 13, Thay Matos. Head coach, Ratko Rudic. Assisted by Eduardo Abla. William Morales, team leader, Ricardo Cabral. And now, wearing the white caps, Australia. 1, James Stanton French. 2, Richie Campbell. 3, George Ford. 4, John O'Cotterill. 5, Nathan Power. 6, Jarrett Gilchrist. 7, Aiden Roach. 8, Lachlan Edwards. 9, Joel Swift. 10, Tyler Martin. 11, Reese Howden. 12, Billy Miller. 13, James Clark. Head coach, Elvis Spatovich. Assisted by Chris Wyrau, Dejan Kontic, and team manager, Paul Oberman. Today's officials, Mr. Bender and Mr. Toygarle. FINA delegate, Mr. Fareed.
That would be funny, just like
Please stand and remove your caps for the playing of the team's national anthems.
Brazil. Let's meet the teams.
Number 1, Vinícius Antonelli, goalkeeper, São Paulo, Brazil.
And number 2, Jonas Cavella, left-hander position, and Rio de Janeiro, Brazil.
Number 3, Guilherme Neto, position 2, Rio de Janeiro.
Number 4, Rudá Franco, driver, São Paulo, Brasil.
Number 5, Polo Salemi, left-hander side from Rio de Janeiro.
Number 6, Bernardo Gomes, defender, and Rio de Janeiro.
Number 7, Adriano Delgado Baches, Brazil, position 4-5.
Number 8, Felipe Silva, center from Rio.
Number 9, Bernardo Rocha, defender from Rio.
Number 10, Felipe Perone, driver, Rio de Janeiro.
Number 11, Gustavo Guimarães, driver, São Paulo.
Number 12, Danilo Correa, center forward, São Paulo.
13, Tia Matos, goalie, Rio de Janeiro.
Head coach of Brazilian team, Ratko Rudic.
Cap number 1, James Stanton French, goalkeeper from Melbourne.
Number 2, Richie Campbell, utility, Newcastle, Australia.
Number 3, George Ford, centre back, Perth.
Number 4, Jono Cottrell, utility, Sydney.
Number 5, Nathan Power, centre back, Sydney.
And number 6, Jared Gilchrist, driver, Melbourne.
Number 7, Aidan Roach, driver, Sydney.
Number 8, Lachlan Edwards, centre forward, Melbourne, Australia.
Number 9, Joel Swift, centre forward from Fremantle.
Number 10, Tyler Martin, centre back, Sydney.
Number 11, Reece Howden, driver, Brisbane, Australia.
Number 12, Billy Miller, driver, Brisbane, Australia.
Number 13, James Clark, goalkeeper, Balmain, Sydney.
Head coach of Australia, Elvis Fatic.
Gold medal game. Gold medal game about to begin here at the FINA Men's Intercontinental Tournament, along with John Abdu. Greg Meskel here with you as Brazil and Australia get set to fight for gold. Both teams have already qualified for the FINA World League Super Final, as has United States and China. Team USA picking up the dominant victory over China to win the bronze medal. Medal presentations will come after this game is complete. And it'll be Brazil in the dark caps, Australia in the white. Australia undefeated throughout the tournament, coming in here looking to make it a clean sweep at 6-0 as they come into this afternoon's match here looking for gold. Australia head coach Elvis Fatic red-carded in the win over Team USA last night, so he is not on the bench, able to coach in this one, sitting in the stands. They go with their assistant coaches Chris Wybrow and Dejan Kontic. And Australia starts things off with the ball here in the first.
Looks like we got Paul Oberman standing up for Team Australia.
How about that, team manager?
Yeah. He's a longtime coach, veteran coach of the national team. Worked under the past head coach, John Fox. Lots of coaching experience for Oberman, but standing and leading the way. Coach Fatic took that red card in an exciting semifinal to get this team here to play for a gold medal.
Entry pass inside and taken away. Antonelli comes up with the takeaway for Brazil. Their head coach Ratko Rudic looking on. And here comes Brazil now on the attack. Just about a minute gone by here, scoreless between Brazil and Australia. Gold medal final. Here's Felipe Perone. Outside try, big field block there, knocked down from Jared Gilchrist.
Big field block inside. That's going to lead the counterattack now for Australia. We've talked about this Australian team all week, Greg. Lots of veterans, lots of experience. You know that they're going to come out here and try to win this gold medal, regardless of the fact that they've already qualified for the World League Superfinal.
James Stanton French going in goal for Australia. Here's the turn inside for Joel Swift. The backhand save by Antonelli. And Brazil will control it. And Brazil on the attack now, 90 seconds deep here in the first. Outside try there from Peroni. It's field blocked and knocked down. So defense to start here on both sides as we're scoreless with about 6 minutes to play here in the first quarter.
Peroni trying to go deep on that shot. Gets himself blocked. But keep an eye on Peroni, number 10 for the Dark Caps, Brazil. Crafty. Again, one of the most talented players, entertaining players in the world.
Yeah, just fun to watch. Long cross pass here, and Peroni's there to take that one away as they tried to get Joel Swift involved. And now the long outlet pass, here's Crivello.
Peroni showing that he can play defense too. Picks up the steal. Early offense for Brazil.
Entry inside, and it is knocked away. The steal there from Australia and Jared Gilchrist. Don't forget, join the conversation, hashtag FINA CDM. Throughout our championship match, we'll feature some of the best tweets here from those watching from Brazil, Australia, and elsewhere. And that pass taken away, looking to get Aiden Roach involved in a steal. And it comes back to Antonelli as we move things along here in the first quarter. Jonas Crivello. From the outside now, that shot attempt is field blocked and knocked down. It comes back to Stanton French.
You definitely see a little bit more intensity in this game than in the third place game. Both teams playing tight on offense and also doing their best to play defense and come up with a win here as we get a close look at the goal.
And score it on the cross-cage delivery. George Ford gets Australia on the board to start things off here, a 1-0 lead.
George Ford finds himself wide open on the strong side in front of the goal and able to bury it cross-cage.
These two squads got together in group play. It was a 13-10 win for Australia, as you see the goal there from Ford. John O'Cotterill with 3 goals in that one. So some previous history here that they can refer back to. Coaches can look back to that tape from just a couple of days ago.
And these are two teams that are likely to go to the Olympics in 2016. And I say likely, we know for certain Brazil's going as the host country. And Australia tends to always be the favorite coming out of the Oceania Continental qualifier between them and New Zealand. And so these teams have already, like you said, played each other once, but they're going to see each other a few times. And they're certainly going to see each other in Rio at the end of 2016.
That outside shot almost trickled past Stanton French. He's able to slow it down enough and then go over and get it. And now Australia back on the attack with under 4 to play, 1-0. The advantage here for Australia thanks to a George Ford goal. Entry inside, Antonelli out of the cage. To take control of that one, he'll take the ball for Brazil. Here's Peroni now leaking out. He's ahead of the field. Defenders giving chase, has a player weak side. He will take it himself and stuff it near side. We're tied at 1.
Peroni always finds himself open. How does he do it? Always finds himself streaking one-on-one. The anticipation, the awareness, gets up on the counterattack and finds himself one-on goalie as we take a closer look. Turns into a 2-on-1, stunts the defender, puts it away.
And you thought for a second he'd go to the weak side there, but credit Australia for getting back and closing off that lane, so he had to take it himself.
The question for Australia will be if they know Peroni is the heart and soul of this team and the generator of all the offense for Brazil, what are you going to do to him on this end of the pool? Are you going to post him up? Are you going to make him work? Are you going to make him put in some extra effort so he doesn't have so much energy on the offensive end?
Australia back on offense and an exclusion called This goes against Brazil and Danilo Correa. And a power play coming here for Australia with a little over 3 minutes to play. Stuffed right in front, Antonelli. Second attempt. It's tipped out of play, and it'll come back to Brazil, so a big stop there on defense for Brazil. Sides coming even now with 3 minutes to play.
Lots of action in front of the cage. Low scoring affair in relation to the games that we've seen so far.
And pretty typical when there's hardware on the line of this level, a gold medal game. Not surprising to see a little bit more defensive oriented. Here's Peroni dealing to his left, putting inside, and an exclusion called. This will go against Australia and Nathan Power. Power play coming here for Brazil with 2:35 to go in the first. Peroni comes near side. Here's Gomeris. Around the perimeter they go here on the advantage. Good look inside, turn. Stanton French there with a stop right in front. And Australia takes control, so both goalkeepers coming up big here in the last couple of minutes.
Two big saves, but what a pass from Salemi there inside of the post to Correa, who just misses it, but beautiful setup inside.
A little over 2 minutes to play here, first quarter, all even at 1, Brazil and Australia. Richie Campbell. Here's Tyler Martin. Shot clock to 6. Under 2 to go here in the first. Gives back to Martin. He'll try a lob. Keeper out. Scored from distance. Tyler Martin, right as the shot clock was going to expire, sees Antonelli out and lofts a lob shot right over his head. And Australia's ahead 2-1.
What a smart play there from Tyler Martin. You see this ball. It's moving on his back. Knew the whole time Antonelli was off his line, and the second he got the ball, he put it up on this cross-cage lob. Wise, smart play.
How about the touch from Martin, though, to be on your back and put it with that precision to lob it into the corner?
Unreal, unreal. Incredible athletic play.
1 goal lead here for Australia, 1:41 to go in the first. Paolo Salemi handling. Here's Franco. He'll try, stuffed right in front. That's Billy Miller getting a hand on it. And the Aussies take over. Campbell being pushed back into the backcourt now, looking for help. Shot clock to 14. Here's Reese Howden. He's got an ordinary. And he'll back it out. So no chance there for a shot after the foul, which is what it looked like Howden was gearing up for. Minute 3 to play in the first. Here's Miller. He's knocked down. Shot clock to 3. He's knocked down again. And the takeaway as the shot clock expires. Defense there from Brazil, as they take over with under a minute to play.
Interesting play there. The defense swarming for Brazil, making sure Australia doesn't get the shot off. See if they can tie it up before the first quarter ends.
Ruda Franco into Peroni. Turning, cross cage. Stanton French tips that one out. It'll come back in for a corner throw for Brazil with just about all the time remaining here in the first. 30 seconds on the shot clock, 31 on the game. Australia up 2-1. Dangerous pass on the perimeter. Salemi tracks it down. Brazil will regroup here. From the outside, nothing there. Swinging, Salemi, he'll take a look. Goes right side. Shot clock to 11. Brazil on the perimeter now. Coming back here middle. A few fakes, hands everywhere from Australia. Just 1 on the shot clock. Here comes a fire, and that one is field blocked. A stifling effort from Australia to close out this first quarter. They're ahead 2-1 in our gold medal final. We'll take a break. Second period on the way. Stay with us on USA Water Polo TV. You never know where the next Olympian might be coming from, but it could be water polo, and that starts with splash ball. Splash Splash Ball is a program for children ages 5 through 9 designed to introduce them to the sport of water polo while promoting water safety. Improve swimming skills and learn a sport you'll love for a lifetime. For more information, visit splashballusa.org.
Champions aren't born. Champions come from doing what others won't. Because doing their best in this moment puts them in the best place for the next moment. Champions are made. Will. Determination. Greatness. Here. Get made.
Second quarter underway here from CDM. Gold medal match, Australia and Brazil. And Australia ahead 2-1, and they control the opening sprint here. And some pressure here on John O'Cotterill near the middle of the pool, along with John Abdu. Greg Meskel here. Thanks for joining us on USA Water Polo TV. Don't forget this game and all of our other games archived on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/USAWP. And John, some fantastic defense on both sides here to close out the first.
Yeah, both teams making an effort to shot block, press out on the ball, close out on shooters as we see a long shot there.
Antonelli getting a fingertip on that one. It'll come in on a corner throw for Australia.
But you see it in the championship game, some extra effort being made on the defensive end by both teams.
And a nice chunk of fans hung around here after the U.S. game. See some high-level water polo here. We'll see as this game progresses if the U.S. crowd here decides to pick a favorite between Australia and Brazil. And that one, a ball under is the call. And it'll go back to Brazil.
Interesting no call there from the official. No whistles, lots of physicality, but no whistles. As Brazil starts to set up inside. Beautiful feed from Peroni.
Good look over the top, but the defense is there. Reese Howden coming over. Again, pressure. Look at this. Pushing Australia all the way into the backcourt.
Yeah.
Now the ball comes into your screen. This is Power handling. Peroni there pressuring, and an exclusion called. This will go against Brazil. A little confusion there as they figure out now that it is going against number 8, Felipe Silva. And a power play here for the Australians. Good look, cross cage, bangs off the bar and out on the try by Campbell. Second chance here for Australia, sides coming even. Aiden Roach, he's knocked down. New shot clock here for Australia, so no hurry as the power play has come to an end. Entry inside, backhand, beautifully done. Joel Swift connecting, 3-1 Australia.
Power shot from Joel Swift, the skip backhand for the goal, just powers it through for Australia as we get a closer look. It's a fast shot, you got to get it off quick, tight defense on him, puts it away.
Swift wasting no time.
And Greg, it's interesting, the crowd that you reference here, the fans that are stuck around, highly pro-Australia. And we know that there's a lot of Australian viewers on right now, and a lot of action on Twitter from Water Polo Australia and the Aussie Sharks Twitter handles. We know they're following us and watching the game, but lots of local support for them here as well.
Now a chance here for Brazil, an exclusion called against Australia. That's Aiden Roach headed out, his first, and a 6-on-5 now for Brazil. Delgado, Peroni, around the horn they go. Delgado was a high scorer earlier in this tournament. He'll take a look. Nothing there. Near side, Jonas Crivello hits. And if you can believe it, that's the first goal from either team to connect on the power play. So all natural goals up until now as Brazil comes through with the tally, and they make it 3-2.
Incredible shot from Crivello, though, from that weak side to be able to go cross face, turn his body the opposite way, and still put the power on it to score it. Unreal shot from Crivello, and we're going to see a tight game here the whole way, Greg.
Seen some pretty impressive shooting over the course of this week of water polo. Some shots that you may not want to try at home until you've had a couple of more games under your belt, but pretty impressive stuff nonetheless. Entry inside, looking to turn. This time it's Lachlan Edwards, and a ball enters the call. Defense coming there from Peroni. And now Antonelli will survey the scene, get things started for Brazil on offense. Here's Peroni, the one-on-one wonder, pushing ahead, swings, far side, a few fakes, score. That one beat Stanton French. He had it stopped, couldn't pull it down. And Bernardo Gomez connecting to even things at 3, 2 straight from the Brazilians.
Bernardo Gomez, I loved his game last night in the semifinals. Thought he played great. One of the up-and-comers for Brazil, just powers it through on the weak side. Take a look at the keeper here. Goes right over Stanton French's head, thinks he's going to knock it down, finds its way into the goal.
Had to have some rough spin on that because he had 2 hands on it. Must have just tripped up over his hands and into the back of the net. And Stanton French gave a tap to the post. Couldn't believe that he let that one go by. And on the other end now, the Australians with 10 on the shot clock. This is Miller. He takes a look. Tries to go cross cage. The follow is not there for Lachlan Edwards as Antonelli comes up with back-to-back saves. And now Brazil with some momentum. 4:20 to go first half. Big turn from Delgado. That's off the bar. Ricochets out of the pool. And Australia will take control.
Delgado going early. Early offense. Tries to fire it up. Both teams want this. As you see Australia come in hard on the counterattack.
This is Jono Cotterill. Exclusion called. And a timeout coming. That will go against Brazil and Bernardo Rocha. His first, and acting coach Paul Oberman will call for time for Australia and get things set up here with the power play coming with 3:57 to play in the first half. Again, if you're just joining us, head coach Elvis Fadovic red-carded last night in the win over Team USA as time wound down in regulation, so he is not eligible to coach today. So Oberman gets the call, and giving his team a talking to here as they set up the 6-on-5. Good rebound from Brazil to come back with 2 straight to even this match at 3. Now a chance here for Australia to retake the lead.
Yeah, and Coach Fadovic not too far away, about 10 feet away from the bench, sitting in the stands, as red card rules do not allow you to coach the following game after you've received one, but you can still be on deck, still sit in the stands, but no communication allowed between the head coach and his staff. But you can tell he's right on the edge of his seat watching the game and listening to every word that's being said.
It is interesting in the sport of water polo that you cannot be allowed to coach a game but be that close to the game.
Correct.
Not that he's over there giving hand signals or anything, but this shot is stuffed by Antonelli on the near side. That was Gilchrist with a couple of fakes trying to power it home on the near side post. And Brazilians kill off the power play. Sides are even with 3:35 to go in the first half. Entry inside, tipped up, looking for Peroni, knocked away. Campbell with the steal.
They're going to keep trying to work that side to Peroni, try to get him that ball on the post up inside. look for that play to happen several more times this game.
Long cross pass. And Peroni waiting in his customary outlet position. So Australia has to send Cotterill with him. And now Cotterill's controlling the ball near the middle of the pool. Shot clock to 5. With 1 on the clock, Australia beats the horn again. Power putting that one away. So interesting, Brazil forcing Australia to kind of spread out because they send Peroni near the middle of the pool. Cotterill's got to go back and get him, but that also opens up some water and some movement here for Australia.
Yeah, and as you saw in the replay, long cross pass for that catch and shoot. A lot of times you wouldn't have room to get that. There'd be hands for some defenders in the middle there, but to get the ball to move all the way across the pool like that, impossible for the goalkeeper to move post to post there to stop it, and Nathan Power with a hard skip shot to put it past the keeper for the score.
So whereas Peroni is trying to ignite some Brazilian offense, he opened up a little window there for Australia.
Yeah, for sure. There's always that risk that you leave. Every action has a reaction, correct? So, he makes that move. It's going to make a difference on the defensive end for Brazil.
2:45 left here, first half. Australia ahead 4-3. And that pass over the top and knocked away, looking to get Gomez involved. But Cotterill comes with the takeaway. Here's Stanton French. Brazil in a press here, so he's looking for someone to pop open. Here's Swift inside now. And too much from Swift as he powers in to the 2-meter player and then gets tangled up with the goalkeeper after the contra foul. Brazil up momentarily here as Swift the last man to get back. Long cross pass, here's Salimi. Drops inside, defense is there, ordinary called as Franco came up with the ball. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Here's Peroni. Long pass, throws it over the top to Gustavo Gomeres. Shot clock to 3. Tries to fire that inside to Correa, but knocked away by Richie Campbell. Would have been a near impossible connection.
Yeah, high risk venture there, but you got to take it. About 1:40 left here in the first half as we see Campbell wind up.
And put it away. Richie Campbell on the counterattack connects, and Australia goes back in front by 2. 5-3, 1:34 to go in the first half.
Richie Campbell, the veteran, just winds up leading the counterattack. 2 defenders trailing behind him and able to power it home.
Campbell's on the board as Australia has gone to 5 different players for their 5 goals and hold a 2-goal lead here. 1:34 left in the first half.
There is such depth and balance on this Australian team. If they do have an advantage here over Brazil, it is that depth and just the sheer amount of talent on the team. Coach Rudic in Brazil still building their roster up. Fortunate to get Peroni back. Still building, maybe even looking for some other players. Rumor has it, that might be on this roster before the Olympics. So Australia's got to take advantage of this depth, continue to substitute, and try to wear them down as the game goes on.
Brazil moving in with 9 on the clock. Stanton French denies that shot. His save is gathered up by Edwards. Here's Australia now back on the attack. A minute to play here in the first half. 5-3 Aussies make it 6-3. Posting in for Jared Gilchrist. And they're continuing to spread the wealth. 6 goals, 6 scorers. They're ahead 3.
Gilchrist with a dagger at the end of the counterattack, rising up on his legs and going cross cage for the bar in. No hesitation, no fakes, just drills into that cross cage corner, off the bar. Big goal for Australia as they extend it to a 3-goal lead.
Brazil now going to see if they can battle back here in the final minute of this first half. They had climbed back in to this match, tying it at 3 with 2 straight, but now Australia has ripped off 3 goals in a row. Aussies undefeated thus far, 5-0. Brazil, of course, lost to Australia in pool play. Outside attempt. Stanton French with the stop. Peroni was right in front, but he couldn't gather it up for a follow. And Stan French will take control with 28 seconds left in the first half. 5-second differential shot and game clock here. Aussies can take a lot of time off the clock here if they choose. Here's Aiden Roach. Looks off a teammate, looks inside. The one-time redirect save by Antonelli. That ball trickles away. It'll come back in for Australia with 2 on the game clock. Shot clock is turned off. Would have been a beautiful goal had Cotterill been able to redirect that one into the back of the net. Second chance for Cotterill, hits off the head of a Brazilian defender. Last try there, stopped by Stan French, and we come to the end of 2 quarters. 1 half in the books, gold medal on the line. Australia 6, Brazil 3. We'll take a timeout and return to Corona Del Mar High School after this on USA Water Polo TV.
Water polo. Polo. I am water polo. I am water polo.
So, you've got your hard-earned money, but you're not sure where to put it. Well, one of the best things that you can do is put it into a credit union. Credit unions are like banks, only better. They offer higher rates of return, lower fees, and are safe and secure. And because they're not for profit, they're all about putting the people first. With credit unions, you're not just another face in the crowd, you're a member. And credit unions are member-owned and member-operated. Take control of your finances. Visit or contact Sea Air Federal Credit Union to find out all of the great reasons why you should join.
You never know where the next Olympian might be coming from, but it could be water polo, and that starts with Splash Ball. Splash Ball is a program for children ages 5 through 9 designed to introduce them to the sport of water polo while promoting water safety. Improve swimming skills and learn a sport you'll love for a lifetime. For more information, visit splashballusa.org.
Champions aren't born. Champions come from doing what others won't. Because doing their best in this moment puts them in the best place for the next moment. Champions are made. Will. Determination. Greatness. Here. Get made.
Third quarter underway. Opening sprint is controlled by Brazil. They trail here in the gold medal final 6-3 against Australia. Along with John Abdu, Greg Meskel here with you. Thanks for tuning in from wherever you may be watching. Just saw a bunch of tweets come up. We know folks in the Netherlands are checking in. Among elsewhere, Australia, of course, Brazil, many other nations. Entry inside here as the teams have switched ends, and a penalty called as Felipe Silva works in close and George Ford the guilty party. And so a chance here for Brazil to ignite their attack, getting back an easy one here on the penalty.
We'll see who lines up to shoot the penalty for Brazil. They made Gomez go down and swim, get the ball, now come back and shoot it. Gomez.
It'll be Gomez.
Yeah, the talented Brazilian.
Put it away. I think Stan French got a piece of that one, but
he definitely did.
Wasn't enough, and Gomez puts it away. Second look here. Stan French has had a couple here that he got a hand on or a shoulder or an arm, but couldn't stop it all the way out. Gomez has 2 goals, and Brazil is within 2.
Just if you're a fan of Team Brazil or just a fan of the international water polo game, I'd keep an eye on Gomez as he's coming up and they build this roster for 2016.
Long cross pass, and this one is taken away. So first on offense, now Brazil on defense. Felipe Silva. Australia looking for a call there as one of the Aussies lost part of their cap, but Brazil will now move into the offensive end. Big turn, Peroni denied. Rebound in close, exclusion called, wave off the goal. It's going to be an exclusion first on Australia, and Aiden Roach, he's now carrying 2 fouls. Power play here for Brazil.
Interesting turn of events. The rebound leads to the exclusion. Another power play here for Brazil. Again, keep an eye on Peroni as he's coming center with the ball.
Peroni takes a look, gives off to Delgado, saves Stan French. Ranging right, sides come even. They kill off the Brazilian power play.
Good save from Stan French. Gets himself going here. Some excitement behind it now. Nothing better than a confident goalkeeper. When your goalkeepers are confident, you know they're going to make the right decisions and make big saves.
There's Australia now on the attack. Campbell. Ordinary called. Looking inside, Brazil fronting on defense. Here's a drive coming through. Shot clock winding down to 3. Cross cage attempt from Ford. Antonelli wise to that with the save.
Speaking of confident goalkeepers, Antonelli with the save. Had his confidence shaken a little last night as he got yanked from the game in the semifinals, but sometimes you need that tough love, that hard lesson. Finds himself back here playing well this afternoon.
2 minutes gone by here in the third, 6-4. Australia, Brazil, Stanton French again. The follow, and ball under is the call. Peroni doesn't disagree, gives a nod, and he'll head the other way.
Interesting, that just goes back to that new interpretation of this quick ball under call. Years past that may not have been a ball under, but here, now, FINA interpreting that as a ball under. Any quick, swift movement with the ball that takes it even remotely underwater will be a turnover.
Entry inside and a takeaway. So Brazil doing the job here defensively to start off in the second half. They've manufactured 1 goal, trying to climb back in, still trailing by 2. They go to Peroni. He's been so strong in this tournament. Had a couple of goals when these 2 teams met earlier in the week. A 3-goal loss for Brazil. Here's Crivello. Shot clock, plenty of time. Bad pass and a takeaway there. Easy steal for Billy Miller.
And the stat book gives you a steal for that, but it's pretty easy takeaway as Brazil hands the ball over. Australia now on the counterattack.
And here comes Miller moving in. Defense picks him up. And Brazil covers up here with 10 on the shot clock. Man-to-man, outside attempt, wide right.
Oh. Officials disagree, and hands in 2 different directions. One official had the ball Going the other way. The near side official here calls an exclusion, and we got a timeout for Australia.
And so the near side official is going to win this argument, and it's going to be an exclusion on Sylvain, and then a timeout called by Australia. So a disagreement there among the two. The near side definitive in the call, in that it would be an exclusion and a power play for Australia, which Paul Oberman will happily call the timeout and set something up here. But interesting to see the far side clearly view that it was going the other way.
Yeah, and you don't know what each official is seeing, you know, with such a big amount of space and the underwater action that happens in water polo. You don't know exactly what the officials are seeing on the opposite end, so very easily could have been two contradictory fouls that happened simultaneously, but the exclusion wins.
So it'll be Australia on the power play coming out of the timeout. Stanton French will get things live, and Australia will control it here ahead by 2 with 4:35 to play in the third. Gold medal final, last match of the FINA Men's Intercontinental Tournament. Team USA claiming bronze, these two battling for gold, and Richie Campbell hitting from the outside. He's got 2. It's a power play strike for the Aussies. They're back in front by 3, 7-4.
So that goes back to that call. That's a huge turn of events. That call dictates now that Australia gets to 6-on-5. Richie Campbell gets to move in here, fire it home on the skip shot as you see the replay. Now Australia has a 3-goal lead.
And Brazil back to the drawing board here to try and work their way back into this game. Credit the job that Australia is doing defensively on Peroni, because he has generally been able to roam free and do as he's pleased in the other games this week, but they've held him under wraps thus far for the most part.
No, he's being marked very closely by several defenders.
Right now it's Reese Howden who is in his face 24/7. That one's knocked away, and Australia takes control. And Stanton French, long outlet pass. Here's Howden. And they'll pull it out and regroup. See someone's legs come up there 2 meters. It's Lachlan Edwards. But a contra foul is the call, and Brazil will take control. Here's Brazil. Lots of communication from this Australian team on defense. You hear Stanton French, the keeper, interacting with the center defender, Miller. He's giving clues out to Cotterill. Big field block there from Howden. Aussie's doing the job now defensively here midway through the third.
Now you're spot on, Greg. The communication is the key to their defense, and they're doing a great job holding a very talented Brazilian team. It's only 4 goals thus far. It's that teamwork and that effort that they're putting in that's making the difference.
Pass over the top, looking for Cotterill. He'll look inside. Penalty called. That will go against number 12, Danilo Correa. That's his second. And a penalty shot coming up here for Australia, as Reese Howden will step up to take this one. And Australia up 3, looking to make it 4. Can make things very difficult here for Brazil with 3:09 to play in the third. Howden does just that, puts it away. And it's an 8-4 lead for Australia with 3:08 to go here in the third.
Watch the replay here. Goes top shelf with the shot, upper corner, just drills it. Sniper shot to put Australia up 8-4.
Speed and accuracy, and in a location that's difficult to spot. Even if Antonelli had guessed and put everything into lunging left, that was going to be a hard one to get.
Yeah, that's just an impossible shot to block, but great play from the Australians. A nice pass from Cotterill inside to draw the penalty to put him in that spot.
Good look inside, trying to get Peroni diving to the cage, looking for a call. He doesn't get it. The ball turns over, and Australia controls 8-4, 2:45 to go here in the third. Long outlet pass, trying to get power involved. Ordinary called. It'll stay with the Aussies. The exclusion This will go against Brazil. That's Guilherme Gomez, who had his hand on the head of the offensive player, so usually an easy call there. Power now on the attack.
In the midst of all that, referee awarding Coach Ratko Rudic of Brazil a yellow card.
Around the horn goes Australia. Near side, Antonelli with the torso block. It'll be popped back out to Australia. Side's coming even. Power goes cross cage and puts it away for his second. Difficult angle, but Nathan Power has got two, and Australia opens up their largest lead of the match, a 9-4 advantage with 2:15 to play in the third.
Nathan Power showing his length, showing his strength. Powers the shot from a bad angle on 6-on-5 to put it away, but as you see him exit the pool, that is a strong young man with long arms, big legs, able to put the ball away. That's a tough matchup for anybody in the world to have to go up against.
Tough cover there for Brazil, to say the least. And now they find themselves in trouble. They've been able to score the ball, but Australia's defense throughout the week has been pretty stingy. It's going to be tough for them to come back from 5 down here.
Yeah, and especially the way that they're defending Peroni, putting a different defender on him each time, making sure that no one gets tired out trying to chase him around.
You look at the two big guns on this Brazilian team, at least from outside shooting. It was Delgado and Peroni all week, and both of them have had real issues. Here's Peroni now going to draw an exclusion. That'll go against Australia and Gilchrist. And a 6-on-5 now for Brazil.
There it was, the Peroni versus Gilchrist matchup there inside, and Peroni wins out, drawing the exclusion, but Brazil needs to convert here to stay in this game.
Here's Delgado. Around the perimeter they go. Peroni out top, nothing available there. Skip shot, Stanton French again. He has begun to pick up steam here in the third, making a host of saves. 1:17 left now, third quarter. 9-4, Australia in front.
Yeah, Stan French building some momentum, gaining confidence, making some big saves here, holding Brazil to 4 goals. Great effort thus far.
Stan French now 8 saves, 1 steal. The exclusion will go against Brazil and number 11, Gustavo Gomes, his first power play here to the Australians. Here's Tyler Martin. Around the perimeter, Campbell. Howden, Edwards, save Antonelli, who lets out a big scream, but it's going to be Australia ball again with 42 seconds left here in the third and a new shot clock for the Aussies. Australia can take it easy here on this possession. Brand new shot clock as we work down the end of the third quarter. And they can't take it easy any longer.
Nope.
Contra foul called, so someone was going hard.
You didn't say it loud enough, Greg, but you know, they need to listen to heed that advice. You get a new shot clock. We've been saying it all week. Every broadcast we do, really. There's tends to be an athlete, player in the water who makes an aggressive play early in a brand new shot clock when the optimal opportunity there is to relax, take your time, make the defense play 30 seconds before you make a move. But instead, Lockie Edwards inside gets the offensive, the contra foul, and now Brazil gets a chance to call a timeout and run a play with 26 seconds left in the third.
And we know via our hashtag FINACDM that Lockie Edwards' grandmother is watching live in Australia. She can't be happy with that contra foul, and Australia will give it back to the Brazilians here.
Sorry, Grandma, but Lockie's been playing a great game. He's had a great week. He's going to continue to do great things for the Trojans as well. On the tough end of that call is Coach Oberman and Edwards talking it over on the bench as we speak.
Australia is still in a real good spot here, ahead 9-4. 26 seconds left in the third. Shot clock is off. Brazil can go for the final shot here of the period, and then they'll have to set about a comeback trail in the fourth. Here's Gomez. Now Peroni takes a look. Come near side, Gomes. Down to 10 seconds.
Oh.
Bad pass. Thought Gomes was further away than he actually was. Now just 4 seconds left. Look inside, the redirect over the goal. That actually ended up not being a terrible opportunity given where the ball was, but the redirect was off the mark. Stan French will get it live, giving it off to Tyler Martin, and we come to the end of 3. Well, Australia 9, Brazil 4. The Aussies just 8 minutes away from a gold medal here at Corona Del Mar. We will take a timeout and return for the 4th quarter right here on USA Water Polo TV. Stay with us.
Water polo. Polo. I am water polo.
So, you've got your hard-earned money, but you're not sure where to put it. Well, one of the best things that you can do is put it into a credit union. Credit unions are like banks, only better. They offer higher rates of return, lower fees, and are safe and secure. And because they're not for profit, they're all about putting the people first. With credit unions, you're not just another face in the crowd, you're a member. And credit unions are member-owned and member-operated. Take control of your finances. Visit or contact Sea Air Federal Credit Union to find out all of the great reasons why you should join.
Fourth quarter on the way. And the officials quickly race over to pull the ring down on the opening sprint. And Australia controls that opening sprint, and we get things underway here in the 4th. And an exclusion here. This will go against number 3, Gomez. And a 6-on-5 coming here again for Australia, just 30 seconds in to the 4th. Big field block there, nicely done by Brazil. So they'll kill off the power play there, but it is going to give a new possession to Australia.
Oh, Peroni finds himself out here.
Another exclusion. This one goes on Peroni, so an extended possession right now for Australia.
And really, with this much time coming off the clock and another opportunity as Richie Campbell skips it over the goal, where I was going with that is another big goal there from Australia could really seal the game.
Sure.
You're talking about a 5-goal lead. If they extend that to 6, now you're under 7 minutes to play. Brazil's going to have to score on each possession here to keep themselves going.
So Brazil now, John, we saw it last night with Team USA. They trailed Australia. They needed 3 goals in 3 minutes. The numbers here are a little bit different here for Brazil as they trail by 5. If they can spread that out over 6.5 minutes, that would work. And a good start here, an exclusion against Australia and Reese Howden.
Peroni drawing the exclusion inside on the post-up. Brazil needs this goal to stay in the game.
Let's see what Brazil has on this 6-on-5. That shot attempt bangs off of the goal and out of play. So a chance there on the power play goes by the boards, and opportunities like those few and far between here for the Brazilians as they try and claw back into this one. Australia if they can keep doing what they're doing, it's been quite successful here as they've got such a good mixture on offense. Balanced scoring all over the place. Ball comes near side, shot clock to 8. 7 different players have scored for the Australians, but they'll cough it up here as Aiden Roach turns it over. And there it is, Brazil needing one and getting one. And who do they turn to, John, but Peroni?
Now it's just a matter of time. They've been going to that bread and butter all weekend long of having Peroni posting up on that strong side. As we take a closer look, he gets a one-on-one opportunity against Ford, pushes off, goes cross cage with a skip shot, and he's off the schneid.
Couple of subs here for Australia as Brazil claws to within 4.
That's a big goal. That's a big goal for Brazil.
From a confidence standpoint too, to say, hey, we're still in this mix right here. We have our work cut out for us, but 4 goals is doable in 540.
Yeah, anything can happen, and we've seen it happen all week long. And as early as last night, with the Americans coming back, scoring 3 goals in 2 minutes to come back and play. So anything can happen here, but they need to get one for their confidence. They need to get one to get some momentum. And Australia missed a couple of those 6-on-5s. They had the opportunity to put the game away, really, early in this fourth quarter. They had the chances to just bury Brazil, but they haven't done so yet. Brazil hanging around. When you got guys like Peroni, anything can happen.
Let's see what Australia has here on offense. All of that said, the missed opportunities aside, another goal here would still be pretty damaging here for what Brazil is trying to do.
They definitely need to stop. You see Peroni playing 2-meter defense as Silve gets a steal.
So
inside.
Silve comes over for the takeaway and now looking to counter. Antonelli advancing. He'll take a look. Throws ahead to Peroni. He has room. Comes near side. Nothing there right away, and Australia does a good job getting back for the moment. Peroni trying to break free. Brazil now resetting on offense. 5:03 to play. Outside attempt off the post. Rebound. Cross cage. That's off the post. A fight for it, and Australia will come up with it.
Stanton French with a huge save to keep that one out of the goal.
Big goalkeeping from James Stanton French.
Big play. Takes that shot away from Delgado. That would have been one to keep Brazil right in the mix. Ball back to Australia.
Stan French now 9 saves. And an exclusion called against Brazil, and then he's been rolled. That's Jonas Crivello. Got excluded and then splashed the water after. Official didn't like that, and he sent him from the match. So power play coming here for Australia. Here's Roach. Lob try and taken away. Nice save by Antonelli. Well, for all the goals, John, both of these teams abysmal on the power play. Australia now 1 for 10, Brazil 1 for 6.
Wow. Those are big numbers. And it could be bad on the power play, it could be good defense on both sides. Strong 5-man defense by both teams. Brazil had a 2-on-1 counterattack. Antonelli did not throw the ball up. Had a chance to score there.
Under 4 to play. Still a 9-5 lead here for Australia. Big field block, but Brazil will keep it. It's tracked down there by Silve. And Salimi will reset. Here's a look from Rocha. Australia right now fronting the post as they look to get Silve involved. So he's sandwiched between the defender and Stanton French. And now pressured out near the middle of the pool, and then a ball under call. And Salimi can't believe it, and it's Roach there to take it away.
Good pressure defense from Roach. Stops another Brazilian possession here. Australia struggling to get their 10th goal as they turn it over and have numbers going the other way.
So here come the Brazilians now. Antonelli on the move, looking ahead. Peroni, they've got numbers on the move now. It's a 3-on-1. Peroni cruising in. He'll take a look now. Aussie's getting back. He is stuffed by Stanton French. A monster save for the Aussie goalie.
Wow.
They had numbers, and Stanton French turned them away.
We've been talking about his confidence building. Nothing bigger than that. Stanton French stuffs the near side shot from Peroni. And you're right, Greg, that was a 3-on-1. Peroni had a chance to pass, had plenty of time to move. instead takes it himself, and Stan French stuffs it.
I think by the time he thought to pass, there was then too many bodies in the way to give off on the weak side, but another steal. I'll tell you what, Australia is giving Brazil some opportunities here. The door remains open with 2:35 to play, but they're going to have to hurry, trailing by 4.
Wide open, Greg. Australia is struggling to get that 10th goal. Had they gotten that 10th goal at any point this quarter, game probably would have been over.
Defense remains tough here for Brazil to work through. That's Salimi missing a cap. Shot clock to 8. He'll walk it in. Take a look. Couple of fakes. Firing and scoring from the outside. Much needed for Brazil. Paulo Salimi connecting from deep. It's a 3-goal game with 2:13 to play.
Connecting from distance. The long bomb there for Brazil. No cap. Not necessary. Puts it away cross cage low. 3-goal game with 2:13 left.
So 2:13 remaining. Australia trying to hang on for the gold medal. According to Australian water polo, it would be their first gold medal in a FINA event. We're assuming Intercontinental tournament or higher. So the opportunity for a historic victory here in Southern California for the Australian men's national team. Three-goal lead for the Aussies. Pressure continues from Brazil. They have to toe that line between physical defense and getting excluded.
Yeah.
Shot clock to 10. Swift whirling inside, lost his cap. A fight for it now. He has it. 2 on the clock, and it's taken away. Peroni comes up with the steal, and here comes Brazil now. 1:40 to play. They've got to hurry with the clock not on their side.
No, they need something quick. They need to push the ball up. Peroni now's got it. He'll know what to do.
Ball comes near side. Exclusion called. This will go against Billy Miller, and a power play here for Brazil. Peroni, they spread out wide. Here's Salimi. He scored the last goal. He'll set up the water. Here's Delgado now. Around the horn they go. Delgado takes a look. Cross pass. Salimi. He'll get in position. Looks inside. Swinging around. Near side. Field block is there. And a scrum forward, and Roach comes up with it. He was busy celebrating there for a minute on the field block. Didn't realize the ball was right to his left. He comes up with it, and that defensive stop may seal the deal for the Aussies here with less than a minute to play in the 4th.
Yeah, big field block there from Roach. That seals the deal. They get one more possession here. They can run out the clock. You can see the Australian coaching staff already celebrating in the stands. Fatovic with a big smile on his face. It's a big win for the Australians as they look ahead to the summer and the seasons ahead.
These two teams have already clinched a berth to the super final, and now a gold medal coming up here for Australia. 37 seconds left in the match. Salimi takes a look. Swings off Delgado. Crazy legs to get up as high as he just did to kind of windmill that shot towards the goal. Bangs off the post. Rebound controlled by Australia, and they can wind out the clock here on the gold medal in Southern California. With 14 seconds left, 9-6, a balanced scoring effort, but the story here will be James Stan French and the defense shutting down this Brazilian team that had looked strong all week long. Time will run out. Gold medal to Australia. That's a final. 9-6. The Aussies take it, and they qualify for the World League Super Final, and they claim their first gold medal at a FINA men's water polo event. Congratulations to the Australian national team making history for their program right here in Southern California, and they cap a fantastic week, John, going undefeated on their way to the crown.
Yeah, big congratulations to Elvis Fatovic, Paul Oberman, the entire Australian staff and federation. Great job coming in here, taking out the defending Intercontinental champions, the Americans, from last year, winning in a thrilling shootout last night, and then a dominating effort here in the final against Brazil. Bravo all around.
And for this Brazilian team, they fall short, but if you're in the Americas, there is a new team to be concerned with, and it's the Brazilian men.
Unbelievable effort by the Brazilians. They're building a squad over there with great coaching, great talent like Felipe Peroni, and they're building around him. I would definitely be looking behind me both ways, making sure Brazil's not coming on me too quick.
7 different scorers for Australia. Richie Campbell and Nathan Power with 2 goals each. James Stanton French into double figures in saves. So gold to Australia, silver to Brazil, bronze to Team USA, a winner over China. Medal ceremonies coming up next for all 3 of those teams. We will sign off now from our broadcast. For our broadcast partners this week, Dean Quintal, Steve Carrera, my match partner here, John Abdu, our entire webcast production team, Greg Meskel signing off. Stay tuned. Medal presentations coming up next. Thanks for joining us from Corona Del Mar and Southern California. This has been a USA Water Polo TV production.
Mohi Farad, TWPC member. Best goalkeeper, number 1 from Australia, James Stanton French. Give a big warm round of applause for top goalkeeper James Stanton French. Presenting the top scorer award, Takeshi Inoue. With 18 goals from Brazil, Felipe Perrone, wearing cap number 10. James Stanton French, top goalkeeper.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Stay here, Lonzo.
Top scorer, Felipe Perrone, with 18 goals. Presenting the MVP award, Manuel Ibern. MVP wearing cap number 6 from the United States, Luca Cupido. Presenting the bronze medal, a team from the United States, presented by Mohi Farid and Manuel Ibern. Team USA, your bronze medalist.
I know you are habitued. Don't set, please. Forever done. All right. Take one picture. Thank you. Together. Thanks. And one kiss.
Get around so we can see all of that. There we go. Nice.
Presenting the silver medal, TWPC member Takeshi Inoue, and USA Water Polo CO and Tournament Director Marty Samuels. Your silver medalist from Brazil,
Maybe I was missing. Never was it. No, I wasn't. Many. Joguei. Gentlemen, maybe it's better if you don't take bottle during the picture. Eh? Thank you. Thank you. After you can drink wine, what do you want?
Vai, vamos tirar foto aí.
Vai.
presenting the gold medals to Team Australia, PWPC Chairman Gianni Lanzi, and USA Water Polo General Secretary and CEO Chris Ramsey. Your gold medalists of 2015 Intercontinental Tournament, the team from Australia.
Here was a little spiky. I was
Matt, how are you always tempting me with that pass? Yeah, you're always tempting me.
Solid turn. Cheers right there. Enjoy the beauty of Corona Del Mar for just another day.
And now the national anthem. Your gold medalist, Australia.